Rasheeda,
Hey.
Rasheeda, 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 hey,
Uh-oh,
hey,
uh-oh.
Rasheeda, Rasheeda, hey, hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
You know, I'm a little saddened right now.
Fred the Godson. I was just talking about it to people. Like, and I was just saying, like, he was it's crazy I gotta say he was in the past tense right now. You know, it's one of the most underrated MCs. Like, obviously, like bar for bar, there is nobody that could touch Fred the Godson, in my opinion. You know, I had a chance to meet him, vibe with him. The dude was so humble. Like I said, he never reached his peak that he was, like, as far as artistry concerned, but everybody in the industry knew he can't fuck with Fred.
Oh man. We were at a gym. We were at the gym together quite a few times working out. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he was saying, man, you know how he talked. He was like,
Yeah.
man, I was trying to get, he was just trying to get he's trying to get my life right. And I said,
Right.
oh, listen, I said, we're all trying to get it right.
Right.
I grabbed my belly. I'm like, yeah, me too. And he was like, yeah, man. He's like, even though I try to, I'm gonna find those videos. I have those videos because I recorded it, and I have to put that up because it's really,
Yeah. It hurts, especially for people that was close to Fred. Like, I can't imagine what his wife is going through. After she had made the initial statement that he's pulling through, he's doing good. So gave
and we were
everybody
talking.
hope.
Her and I were talking. We were talking as it was going on. She was telling me they were putting him in a week and a half ago, taking him slowly off the ventilator. And it was like, she was like, yeah, she said, girl, I'm trying. I spoke to them about giving him vitamin C. I talked to the doctors, and I said, good. Did they do it? Making sure. And she was just like, please pray. And she says, it's a lot on me right now. It was just a lot. And I just feel like, he's he was going through a lot. He was diabetic.
Yeah. He had asthma, right?
Yeah. And that also. So it was a lot. It was a lot. So I gotta call her, but
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, rest in peace, Fred the Godson. I'm gonna repost the video that I after we finished the interview. I had a video when he was on Hot 97 freestyling by the best ever on that Hot 97 Funk Flesh freestyle. And it's crazy how I was talking to my man even before any of this came about. And we was talking, I was like, yeah, Fred the Godson. And I remember the Hot 97 joint. And then, like, 2 days later, that he was, and I was like, yeah, just talk about. So I wanted to put that video up because a lot of millennials that's in the music don't know who Fred the Godson is, don't know how nice he is. But, man, rest in peace, Fred, man.
yes, definitely.
So, I mean, while we on this subject, like, what are you doing to stay COVID-19 free right now?
Well, I'm doing a lot of staying in the house. So if I go out, I just stay in my car, go to get my essential, whatever I need to get, and come back.
Right.
All I run in the street.
Right.
No events anyway, so I can't even do that at the moment. So it's cool.
Right.
I'm doing a lot of the marketing and branding at home. So works out. You know what I mean?
So let me kick it off right. Okay, let's kick it off right. So, Ms Rasheeda Wallace, let the people know who you are, where you from, and what the fuck you do.
Well, I am from New York and
Harlem.
yeah, Bronx. I say Bronx and Harlem. Born in the Bronx.
Okay.
And rep Harlem hard all day. My career started there. So yeah, and I do marketing, branding, PR, singer-songwriter is where I started first. And then now I'm into, TV and film, IMBD credits. I do have TV producer credits. So, so I'm doing that right now, working on a few deals. Because right now, this time, companies are looking for full content. So just to let everyone know, if you shot some content, and everything is done. You know, even the proof of concept or whatever, or even some series, and you did the whole season already, and now you just need a platform. They are giving checks for that. So
free game, free
plug.
game. You hear that, guys? Free game.
So yeah, definitely send me a DM. Let me know what you got going on, what projects that you want to get out there via Netflix or any other platform.
That's what I'm talking about. I gotta say, I love the pink tone on the lips. It's very radiant. I love it. You popping, styling, flat.
Thank you.
All right, I told you when I told you I had a whole list of shit. Hold on, look at this. Shit.
Oh my God, really?
I don't play when I do interviews. I don't play. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start, right? We're gonna start from May 12th, 2012. Do you remember that date?
Okay.
You don't know that date, right? I'm gonna remind you. May 12th, 2012 was your very first Instagram post. Oh, yeah, I went all the way back. Because I tell people like Instagram, right? It's like it's just story. Some people they want to hide stuff so they delete everything and start over. I don't really. I watch those people. I'm like, they're trying to hide some shit, you know. But if you're an open book and then showed your journey, then I was like, let me scroll through her shit. Like, okay. So I went through all 3,000 and some posts to get to your very first post. So being that I went to your very first post, just give people a rundown from your very first post to how did you get to now? 'Cause I know you was on a health fitness thing. You was doing. I looked at it all. I was like, I know you through the Instagram. Right? I know you, girl. I know you.
All right now, you go back what 8 years?
Woo! Shit, that's a lot of content. Listen, you know how long I was doing this.
You ain't got no cramps yet on your hand. You ain't
Yo, I'm like, damn, I gotta get through this stuff. I gotta get through the end. But I got to the end. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start there. So let's start there. From your first post to where you at now. Did you ever vision from your first post to where you at now that all this will come into fruition? I know the answer to that, but I want you to say it.
You know what? I can say yes and no.
Okay. I know you're gonna say yes, but why no?
Well, the yes part is, see, everybody's calling me about Fred. He's my homegirl. I couldn't even answer it. Okay, so the yes part, because I know, when I'm gonna put in work, I know I'm gonna be meeting these type of folks and that, so I said yes to that. Right. The no part is some paths I didn't know I was gonna go that would take me there. I thought it would just be, okay, the music aspect only.
Right.
But yeah, that's how.
Okay.
I knew there.
Like I said, I was scrolling through and I saw, like, I'm going to take you through a timeline. So this interview is kind of going to be like a timeline in your life, right? So now I saw that you was working with Wyclef, because for the people that don't know, you singer, songwriter, and by you being a singer-songwriter put you into places where you was able to meet all these different types of artists. So shout out to Prize. I had Prize on the show. He was talking about, a whole bunch of stuff. How was it working with Wyclef Jean, actually in the studio working with him?
Working with Wyclef, he's such a Libra. No, but working with him was cool. It was cool. He was fun, free. And it was just, he just loved playing his music over and over again to perfect. He wanted to hear it so he could perfect it. Like, so he'll play it like 100 times. Right. Just to get it right. So he's one of those.
Right.
And that's what I love it. That part. And he was just like, just be, let it out. Don't even worry about what note you gonna do. And, he was just like, be free with it, and he loved the sound. He likes different sounds, which is great, but he loves grit. I know that for a fact. He was like, give me that grit, that gospel type. Yeah. So I know that part. I found that part out about him.
Because I'm the one. Go ahead.
Doing his April showers with him was a fun thing. We did at Daddy's house.
Because one thing and back to the last question I was asking you. you know, I know it was going to be a yes to that question, because by watching your story through Instagram, right? And a lot of times and I tell artists all the time, you know, what you did is like, if you're an artist, you have to put yourself in the know, right? So if you go out and you go to these pictures, you get these pictures, like you utilize the shit out of pictures. Like, yo, I was going through and then I was looking through the comments, right? One person was like, man, I want to live vicariously through you, through these pictures. Cause like, yo, and I'm like, yo, that's how you do it. You know, you get these pictures. So for other people that may not know the journey, like, yo, she know Common. Oh, wait, with T-Rex. Oh, Loaded Lux. Oh, you know, I want to follow her. So the way you laid your blueprint to how you got to where you did now. Hey, yo, B. Yo.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
And you know, I tell people it's not only of the videos or pictures that you put out with the people, it's about the relationships that you build with them behind the scenes. That's really important. And I think, you know, a lot of people would just say, hey, you know, I was close to this person right here. But
right.
And then what?
After that, what? Right.
So my thing was a lot to just kind of be more, you know, if I'm going to take a photo with you, it's like, I'm going to let you take a photo with me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's build. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, guys. I'm just saying hey to everybody.
Hey, yo, what up? What up, Dave? What
up? So, you know, a lot of it is more of, okay, now that we took that, that's a stamp to say we're going to have to do business after this. Now, I'm not putting you up on my page. I don't care if I have 100 followers.
Right.
And if we don't get to work fully after this photo. So
right.
Come on, let's do numbers, exchange numbers, and let's get it going.
Right.
So that's how, and I like to build it.
I was going to say like the power of having that type of like pictures and those type of relationships, it opens the doors. Even, you know, like just how you alluded to, when you take a picture, you know, hey, my name is Hunter, have your business card or something ready to say, hey, what's up? Even if they don't take it or whatever, at least you made an attempt. Because they always say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? But you do that, you open relationships, it opens that door, opens another door, you know? So that's why I said I went to your prem like, yo, and you from up top too, because I'm from Brooklyn, New York, so I'm already on the same wavelength of how us up toppers, how we get down, how we move about. You did your goddamn thing. Hold on, let me take some punch right there. Hold on. All right. So the single, right? I know we let's go backtrack now, right? From the singing days. You had the single, you look at my pic, I Love It single, right? So take us through that time period when you was, you know, as a singer and you had to single out. When was the turning point for you where you felt like, all right, I got this music, I'm doing a single, but it's not going the way I wanted to go. Let me go this route. What was that turning point for you?
Oh, honey, it wasn't even about the music at that point. I was doing it. I think that was, I don't want to say the last hoorah, but I wanted to say, let me try this. But as I was trying it, I was already, that single with Chubb Rock featuring him, and he gave me the rights to my producer to do the sample and play it over again, because it was what was that, in 1990, Rock Jump for Bullets in Italy. So we get that music over. So he gave us the rights to use that sample and replay it. But the thing was, it was like a lot of other personal things that were going on in my life that I'm like, man, let me do this route. Let me go this route, because I was helping others while I was trying to help myself, and I was doing a lot more helping others. And I was like, you know what? I'm not getting the support where I needed it from the person that I was with or the people that I'm around that was close to me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to show. Let me help someone else, and I probably will feel much better doing that, because I was giving I was giving others what I needed.
Right.
I can't even explain that. You know what I mean? But
I got you.
You know, so, and then it started leading to PR, branding, marketing, because I started to I was already doing that because people were calling me the plug.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, y'all gonna stop calling me the plug, okay? I'm on the plug. So, and I just turned that into the business and said, okay, well, since I'm plugging you, I'm PRing.
PRing you. So do you think, like, with the music, did that make your transition into doing PR to the other entities that you got going on? Do you think it made it easier for you to transition into doing that because you was doing music?
Yes, I think so. Now that, you know, you get more respect too, and they listen, you know, yeah. Because then when you hit them with the, oh, you didn't know that, because some people I met just through that aspect. They didn't know the other part of me singing, songwriting. Like, wait a minute, hold on.
Right.
Oh, and then those are the people that I'm like, back before I did all of this, would have been like, I would have been like, damn, I wish I can get to such and such. Now that I have them,
right.
I say, hey, this is what I was doing before, and I'm about to do it again.
Right.
So by the way, A, B, C, D, E, D. Yeah.
The plug. See, the plug. I'm gonna call you Ms Wallace, the plug.
Oh God. You are so funny, Ms. Wallace.
So I was looking, like I said, this is an interview of your Instagram transition into life, right? So take us back. I don't know if this specifically was it, but the Essence clothing, was that your first client?
Yep.
Okay, so how did that come about?
I mean, official. That was my first official client.
Official. Okay. Clear that up. First official.
Official, meaning like, okay.
Because that clothing line is dope, by the way. I saw it. I clicked on the thing. I was like, yo, this is pretty dope. So take us through that. How did that come about, and how did that get you into what you was doing?
Well, I can definitely say this. And my boy Steele from, you know, Smith and Wesson.
Smith, oh, yo, my boy Tech, man. No. Yeah, Tech. Wait.
Tech, the dark skin one.
I got my groups messed up. Is that, from Smith and Wesson. Tech Smula.
Tech was the dark skin one, and the light skin one.
The wavy hair, right?
Right, the other one with the locks.
Maybe I got my groups messed up.
Oh my God.
Could have sworn it was Smith and Wesson. No, it wasn't Smith and Wesson. No, I got my groups messed up. No. Forget it. It's
okay. Whatever's in that cup, buddy. We're going to pull the water in there. No, it's fine. So I was at BB King's. And my boy Steele, Animal Steele, throw the locks. He introduced me because he was like, and he had him with him at the time because this big tall white boy, you know, I didn't really notice him until he was introduced to me by Steele, and he said, yo, you need to meet her. You should meet her, because of course in his mind, of course, is Rasheeda always at BB King's backstage doing, plugging people, blah blah blah.
Right.
So, you know, rest in peace, BB King, because you know it's no longer anymore.
Right.
I'm so upset about that. So he introduced me, and he was like, "Yo, you need to meet her." So John was like, his name was John, the owner of the Essence clothing line. He was like, "Okay, you know, what's up? How you doing? You know, how are you?" I said, "Hey, John."
Typical white boy fashion, right? How are you doing?
Yeah. I was like, okay. He was cool and hip and all that. I was, you know.
Right.
Said, okay. So we exchanged numbers, but still told him, because he already had the varsity jackets for them already for that performance that night.
Oh wow.
So he was already doing his placement with them, because he was always he was a basketball player. He was he's like 6'4", 6'5". He was a basketball player before, Essence clothing owner, and also a DJ. So he was into hip hop heavy.
Okay.
You one of the white boys that were into hip hop, like.
I love those. Are my type of white boys. I love those.
Yes. And respects the culture.
Right.
And you know, at the end of the day, we started talking. Next thing, we worked it out. We on contract. Took like maybe a week, and he gave me a wish list of who he wanted to work with.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, give me a wish list of who you really want to work with.
Right.
And I don't care if it's the Lord Jesus Christ himself.
Because you're the plug.
Because hello. You know? So I said, I'll get to them because I can get to them. Now, mind you, in my brain, I was like, Rasheeda, you just told this man. I said, you're going to have to do this now.
Yeah,
So
you don't put it into the air.
I put it. So I did that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I made sure I got to whoever he asked for, which was, oh God, I don't know if he wrote that down, but it was from Victor. I'll just name a few. Victor Cruz.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Loaded Lux he liked, so it was easy. That's Harlemite. Who else? God, the game.
The game. I saw he did a whole varsity jacket for somebody else too. It was for it was like a red.
Nas.
That was Nas.
He wanted Nas. Yep, Nas.
Because it was
And
a red.
Davies.
It was a. I think it was Davey. It was red. It was red and white. I think it was like
yes,
a red.
and the locks, all Jadakiss and
That. Mm-hmm.
and Chic Luch and all. Yep, he did the whole locks. Oh man, it was quite a few people. I mean, there was a lot of folks that I can just pinpoint that he felt. French Montana, Iman Shumpert, quite a few people.
So, are you still working with them now, or what happened with that situation?
No, he had transit. He got, it helped him get to the next level.
Next level, right?
So I was his catapult to the here. I'm gonna take you here, and then he went to the next level with being more couture toward the Saks Fifth Avenue.
You know what? We may need to talk after this. I'm gonna slide in your DMs and talk.
You gonna have skates on?
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I see that you're the owner of that. Listen, listen, Rasheeda, when I tell you I got shit on the paper.
Oh my Lord.
Paper, girl. You covered with me. I ain't gonna miss. I may miss something, but I can go hit all the key points, all right?
Lord.
Right. So, take us back to, let's see, July 19th, 2013. You remember that date?
You tell me. You remind me of a cousin named Mark that I have, Lord.
What's up, cousin Mark?
Cousin Mark Jones.
He must be cool. He better be cool.
Cool. Yeah, he's cool.
All right. Nah, I don't like the way you said that. Cool.
No,
that's some subtle talk. All right, cool. I mean, I'm just talking about kids.
Oh,
you know that
I got you.
You know that date? I'm telling you. That was your first ASCAP check. How did that feel? Getting your first, because I know ASCAP is there with writers and stuff like that. How did that feel once you got that first check in the mail?
Oh man, I felt like wow. And my music was on The Wire.
Shout out my man, that's my man too. Poppy, what's his name? He rocks some of my joints. The light skin, damn, Jovito. My brother went to school with him and
Juanito.
Yeah. Listen, I fuck up names. I'm sorry. I'm notoriously known for fucking up names. Okay?
It's okay.
It's
okay.
All right. Bless my heart.
It's all right.
Bless my heart. Yeah. So how did that feel once you got that check in the mail?
It felt great.
Mm-hmm.
It felt great.
Because I want to ask that question because I deal with a lot of artists, and a lot of artists be wanting me to manage them and all types of stuff. But I be telling them like, yo, you got to make sure your business is taken care of first. So that's why I wanted to ask you that question, because a lot of these new millennial artists that's coming up don't know about publishing, nothing. They don't know how to protect their music, nothing. They just feel like they record a song and put the music out. I'm like, that's good, but if somebody wanted to steal your shit, they could steal your shit because you got nothing that's protecting you. So I wanted to ask that when I saw that. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to ask that. So when people watch it, because I got an artist that I deal with, listen, get your ass capped. You got a check. Did you get a check yet? You ain't got your publishing shit yet. So you can't get a check. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, applaud you for that. So
thank you. Yeah, they definitely, if artists, if you guys are listening, or if you have artists, make sure they sign up with soundexchange.com that deals with all of digital royalties worldwide on the internet, as well as the broadcast system, so radio, television, film, all that you want to deal with, ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. CSAC, you got to go through a member, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's a CSAC society thing.
Right.
But everything else, yeah, sign up with them. Make sure your songs are in there, catalogs. You know, register them as catalogs if you want, or per song. Yeah, and then put an ID3 on your song. Tag, is it called Tag ID3? Come on, y'all guys, get it together. You know what I mean?
I'm going to take a piece of this clip. You know, I'm going to post it. You know, shout out to my man Carter. I'm going to have him on. He did a interview with my girl, Miss Davis, and he was talking about music, and I was telling my artists that I work with, listen, this is free game. So when y'all see this afterwards, I'm telling y'all, free game from Ms Wallace herself, who's a proven artist that did it, that got the check. Get the check. All right,
get the check.
Get the check.
Cut it. Get it. Cut it. No.
So 2018, right? Let's see. This looks like it, right? Can you guess? This is not the award, but can you guess what this was in your timeline of 2018?
Was it?
How was that experience for you? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Grammys.
I'm gonna do a talk show. I'm gonna bring you on so you get all the answers correct. I'm like, yo, bring on. How was the Grammys for you?
Oh man, Grammys was amazing. Amazing.
Face is glowing. You like, take me back.
Yes, to that. Amazing.
Tell us about it. I want to know.
They were at the 60th annual Grammys, where we were at the at Madison Square Garden. Mm-hmm. Because at the time that the Grammys wanted to do it in Staples Center, they couldn't because they didn't have the contract at the time.
Right.
They someone else, another contractor was contracted for Staples in LA. Mm-hmm. And so they had to use New York. I mean, there's no other place to go. You can't go to Wyoming. Right. Grammys at Wyoming. They were like, yeah. So you got to come to New York. So they did New York. New York was great. High security, definitely, but I made it through all of that. You know what I mean? Right. Yes. Hi, guys. Everybody. And next thing you know, I'm on stage singing with Sam Smith. Yeah. So we had rehearsals.
No, that part. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Stop. Did you just say you was on a stage singing with Sam Smith?
Yes.
Oh!
I can't with you.
Shit. I'm glad I asked that question. Okay, talk.
Yeah, so, you know,
listening.
Nice kid. You know, he was at the time, 19, 20? Mm-hmm. Nice kid. And, you know, very humble. Mm-hmm. Sweetheart, you know. So I really had a good time. A friend of mine had called me in for the gig. His name is Jusan, and he's a singer. He does a lot of theatrical. Mm-hmm. And he called me in, and he always looks out, and he just said, look, girl, I need you in this.
Right.
I said, okay. Mm-hmm. So they picked the singers that they wanted. Boom, boom, and I was one of the singers that they picked.
Yo, that's crazy. I mean, just the experience in itself, being at the Grammys, like, man, I've been, I think the most prestigious award show I've been to by doing this probably was the Humanitarian Awards in LA. We went to go cover that, and I'm just meeting people. Like, I remember I met David Robinson, and you see these guys on the TV screen. And when you see him in real life, you like, but my most key moment, and I will always shout out to my fake ass camera girl, Rika. That's my girl, but she was high as a motherfucker at the fucking Humanitarian. Right? I'm gonna give you a quick little story. So we at the Humanitarian War. She fucked up. We went to the dispensary shit, got some edibles, all types of shit, right? So don't judge me, please. So we go to the war shit. We fucked up, right? So, but I'm cool. I'm like, whatever, so we in the joint. Then Layla Ali comes. I'm like, oh shit, Layla Ali. So I'm like, let me get right. I'm like, you got the shit ready? Like, yeah. Right? So then Carrie Champion was right behind her. I was like, oh my God, thank Jesus. So I got them both together. So I'm talking, and I'm thinking she had it. Long story short, right? After the fact, she didn't record none of the interview. She ain't getting, yo.
No.
Rasheeda, I had to tape, like she got like a little bit. I had to tape the video portion because there was no sound, no nothing, and screenshot it to make it a picture. Yo, that's how up she was. And I would do it too, but that was the biggest.
No more edibles.
I'll tell you a story later about that shit, but yeah, for me, that was probably like the biggest like moment. So I can't even imagine you at the Grammys with just anybody, how that experience was for you. Like, yo.
And the red carpet was 1 block long.
A block long?
My feet were, what?
Yeah. You brought your flats? You didn't bring your flats with you?
Honey, they were up in the green room, the dressing room. I was like, you know, I said 1 block. It was from the 31st Street and 8th Avenue to 31st and 7th. Long behind block.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can do this. So it was just like from Billboard. My boy Max was doing Billboard media. So it was great. You know, I had an escort. They escorted me. I was like,
you fancy. Okay, fancy.
I was like, okay.
Okay, fancy.
So it was cute. It was cute. I loved it. I said, yeah, gracing the stage at the Grammys was it was just telling me, this is not the only time you're going to be here, so don't worry about that.
I'd probably tell you, like, yo, I'm in the right field, right? So who was the most notable person that you conversated with there?
There? Mm-hmm. I mean, I saw my guy who manages SZA and Kendrick Lamar, who has the label owner, Punch. I don't know if you know of Punch.
Punch, the one that used to manage 6ix9ine?
No, not that Punch. Punch is the one that's with Top Dog Entertainment, who owns Top Dog Entertainment.
Okay. All right.
He just has SZA and Sir and Kendrick.
Those are notable people. Shit, he's somebody. Shit.
Yeah, yes, TDE. I am still Punch. That's his Instagram. And hey, yeah, he's really great. He's really great in what he does for his artist label. So, you know, if anybody wants to go there. Don't go to Death Row. No, I'm kidding. No. Go to TDE. Okay.
Shots fired.
No, I'm just kidding.
So tell me about, and I saw this is very interesting because I knew about it, but then when I saw that you was a part of it, I definitely wanted to ask you about it. Tell us about the SAG-AFTRA, because it's like a union for like entertainment.
Yes.
Like everybody. Like, tell us about that. How did you get into that, and what made you get into it? Because you got to talk about that, because that's interesting. Right,
well,
so your artists, listen right now. This is very key.
Well, the SAG-AFTRA, the union, yes, it's for a lot of the actors, actor union for musicians as well. The after part is for musicians. The SAG part, you know, that's for this the actors, the Screen Actors Guild, and normally it's a fee to get into that, like $3,500.
I saw the fee. I was like, shit.
Honey.
And like 200 and something. Was it monthly to maintain it?
Well, no, you can get into it. I mean, I think it's semi-annual.
Okay.
But you to get into it, it's you can do something. They work stuff out with you. You know that you can get paid. You can pay into it, and then monthly you pay like $410 until it's paid off. You know, make sure you're getting that work though.
Yeah, get into that, because I saw that. I was like, yo, that's something I want you to talk about. Because
I was in Orange is the New Black, and that's also doing Orange is the New Black was, you know, before that ended in season 6 and 7. No, season 5 and 6. Excuse me. It was great. It was great. 2-3 episodes. Got my vouchers from that, and after that, the Grammys kind of took that over,
right.
And then that's when Sab was like, hey, you can be with us right now. Then we did that work.
That's what's up, yo.
I was kidding.
Ms Rasheeda Wallace, ladies and gentlemen, she's doing big things out here. And take heed. This is educational. This is a lifetime of Instagram educational interview for you mother lovers that's watching. All right, get with it. All right. So, take us back to May. Let me go another date on your Instagram timeline. May 5th, 2019. You remember that date? That was recent.
Isn't that Cinco de Mayo?
That is Cinco de Mayo. So that should be an instant pop for you. What happened on that date? Now,
I was probably telling people don't drink because I don't drink. So I was probably telling people don't drink because I don't drink.
No, it ain't that.
Wait, what was I had a client of basketball. Hey.
A client, yes, but not basketball.
See, listen. Help me out, brother man.
Listen, I don't know if these dates are exact. I just pulled from your Instagram and pulled from when you referenced that on that particular date. So, NDO Champ. She was working on it. Oh, see, I'm sending him a DM. I'm like, yo, you gotta watch this clip right here. She forgot she hired you. You got us a client on that date.
Oh my God. NDO, yes.
So how did that come about? Yo, it's crazy, right? Because prior to me knowing that he was your client, I saw this. It was a video that I saw. He was going into Dunkin' Donuts, and he had smacked the donuts and was like, "Yo, that was so hilarious." So when I saw, I was like, "That's crazy. She manages this guy. That's crazy how that shit came full circle." But yeah, how did that come about?
Oh man, I saw him on a friend. His name was Tank from Harlem, right?
Oh, what up?
Yeah. We went to school together, called the Boys and Girls Choir Academy of Harlem High. Mm-hmm. And I saw him because he's a power lifter. So I was just scrolling, I saw it, yeah. So I'm on there, looking. I was like, yeah, screaming on because I was seeing what he was pulling, pushing. And I saw this big old guy with no shirt on, talking about, yeah. I'm like, who is this guy? Yelling at my friend like that. So I clicked on it and I was like, okay, my boy tagged him. So I said, he must be, somebody that motivates him and inspires him because he tagged his name, right?
Right. So
I click on it and I'm going through this man's page. I said, oh man, this man, wow. But he is very inspiring and motivational. So I said, right. I gotta connect with him. So I went to his DM and I said, peace, King. You are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I probably can go back to that. And I said, keep doing what you're doing. This is like mid-April, like toward the last 2 weeks of April. And keep doing what you're doing. And, hopefully we get to work together. I don't know how. Maybe you could train me. I don't know. But you're great at what you do. Right. I see you out here with no 0% fat. So 0%. 0%. 0.00, right. Facts. And I'm like, that is great. I've never seen anybody like that except watching the movies and seeing the Batman suit. And I'm like, yo, Batman has like no fat on him with that suit. You know what I mean? I'm like, so that's what it reminded me of. And then he hit me back. He said, no, he doesn't kind of hit people back. But he hit me back, I guess, after he saw my page. And he was like, okay, she's about her business. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, I said, well, hey, let's connect and see how we can work. He's like, yeah, let's meet up. Right. Next thing you know, we met up. We were eye to eye with a lot of things. And, I just saw him as, he reminded me of me. Like, I know where he wanted to go after we sat down. I'm like, wow, this is like, him being an athlete is like, it reminded me of me being a musician, that I wanted to go this avenue. But I know this is going to take me to where I need to be. So we talked about where he can go with what he's doing. Right. And next thing you know, it went uphill, honey, from there. Right. Because I'm like, man, I saw that guy.
And I'm like,
everybody looks down at their belly after a while. Be like, what? What's going?
Yo,
I know.
I was like, shit, boy. When you talk about like, you know, you see like the Incredible Hulk and shit like that. That dude is like a real life Hulk. Like, yo, that's crazy. Like, but it's crazy because just to piggyback off that, like, he's so inspirational in itself. You know, I was, you know, reading up on him, looking on him, you know, being that if you look behind the muscle, you know, the dude is really intelligent and he's really about his business and he's really about bringing out positivity and giving a message. You know, he just uses his muscle to draw you in, and once he draw you in, you like, yo, this guy's let me mess with him. Cause that's what he did me. I saw the muscle. I was like, God damn, this nigga decent.
He's a great marketer, honey. He's a good. You're right in.
He did, sure did. Yo, you got a good one right there. That's a good one.
Everybody says that, and I'm like, I'm so happy that, you know, he trusted me with his career.
Right.
And we just been doing great things since we started working together. And he believes in what I'm doing. I believe in what he's doing, and it becomes a great team. And just now we're like, you know, so many great things. He has 2 movies now coming out. He's going to be in 2 more. One had halted production, but you know, when this all hopefully clears up a little bit, then, you know, they'll go back and he will be flying to LA or driving to LA because I don't know how this flying thing gonna work.
Right.
And we'll start to film. But other than that, yeah, it's been great. And since I got with him, I just saw him doing great things, from winning the IABB Pro. I was with him in all his wins now. It's like, you know, hey, I said that. I mean, it's just been great.
Right.
And I'm just excited for him. He's been working very hard. Before I came along, he's been working very, very hard for 13, 12 years. And he just needed the right team. And I just came in to say, hey.
Put your Wonder Woman cape on. You said Ms Rasheeda Wallace is here. You know what I mean?
No, it is. Listen, it's like Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin? Hey, Batman and Batman. Put it like that.
Okay, Batman.
Batman, we ain't gonna talk about Robin. He wasn't as good as Batman. You know what I'm saying? Batman and Batman, all right?
Batman and Batman. Got you.
All right. So before we get into the other stuff, I want to play a quick game with you. Can we play a quick game?
Sure.
Okay, so this one, I always call it Faith. I always put the first name or whatever the person name is to the last name. So it's going to be called Rasheeda Faves, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So the first one, you're going to be a little subtle, then we're going to get to the harder ones, all right? Favorite hobby?
Favorite hobby?
Yes.
Everything I do is really not a hobby. It's like when I get in anything, I'm like in it. So I can't even call it. Let me see. Rescuing dogs.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. See?
Huh?
Yeah.
Wait, let me find out you be outside at night with a little truck picking up stray dogs and shit.
Listen, if I can, I would.
Yeah.
I rescue the babies, yes.
I'm going to use this clip too. I'm like, yo, Rasheeda Faves, rescuing dogs.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Your favorite book?
My favorite book? It's All in Your Head.
Who's the author?
By Russ.
All in Your Head by Russ. I'm going to look that up. Okay. Favorite destination?
In 4 walls by myself.
Right now, right? Shit.
Exactly. I'm kind of loving it. Favorite destination? I don't really have a favorite one yet.
All right, so you passed?
Well, you know what? I would say spa.
Where?
A spa.
Oh, not that. Okay, maybe I didn't specify that. All right, so your favorite travel destination. Let's put
Okay,
that.
traveling. Okay, I would say I haven't gone there yet,
Okay.
but I want
Hey,
to.
how
Bora
you your
Bora.
favorite? We didn't go there yet.
I didn't go there, but I would want to go. So just
Okay.
put Bora Bora.
Bora Bora. All right, so your favorite destination to go is Bora Bora.
I've seen it. I just haven't gone. I gotta get there.
That works. Your favorite quarantine show?
Mine. Extended
Shameless
talk.
plug. That's what you gotta fucking do. Plug yourself. My shit. Go look at my shit, everybody. Quarantine. Go to Rasheeda Wallace shit. Go to my page. And see my goddamn show. You ain't gotta say no more. That's it.
Yo, you
Go
funny.
to Rasheeda Wallace show. Y'all quarantine. Go check her shit out. That's her favorite shit. All right. Go check that shit out.
Exactly.
Your favorite quote.
Favorite quote. Well, let me see. I don't want to be plugging me all day. Hold on, let me get out of my quotes. Let me try to get somebody else there. I would say, let's see. I don't know. The quote that I would say, yeah, give me the music. A quote that was said was, "Pull the trigger, don't hesitate."
Pull the trigger, don't hesitate. I like that one. Pull the trigger, don't hesitate. Gonna be a lot of dead motherfuckers though.
No, meaning do the work and don't think about it twice. Just get
Don't
it
think
done.
about it twice. All right, I like
And
that.
that's my Russ.
I'm gonna steal that one. Pull the trigger, don't hesitate. I'm gonna tag you though. I'm like, I stole it from Sheeta. Pull the trigger, don't hesitate. I'm gonna give you credit. I'm gonna give you credit.
Okay, right. We gotta give Russ credit too, though, because he's the one who said.
All right, I'm gonna tag you and Russ. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna put yours in the bigger, because I got it from you. I ain't get it from Russ.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Bang. So, your favorite piece of advice, or it's kind of like your favorite or best piece of advice you ever received?
You know what? I know this might sound correct. Well, it's really two legends that I look up to and worked with before. One was with when I sung and opened up for Patti LaBelle.
Okay.
In Harlem. It was the biggest event ever. It was, yeah, thank you.
Legend status, B.
Yeah, there was a summer stage the Harlem Summer Stage special edition, and I was working with oh God, what was his name? Curry. There was something Curry, right? Chris Curry.
Okay.
And he's a good friend of Patti LaBelle's. Mm-hmm. And he selectively put singers together for this show. And he had picked me, and I was very excited. And we rehearsed stuff, and I was so nervous when I got up there. The whole 125th Street was shut down. Mm-hmm. So when after I performed, I went to her dressing room upstairs in the State Building. Mm-hmm. And she said, "Honey, all you have to do," she says, because I went to her with the, like, "Hey," she's like, "Right, baby. Just know you did I loved it, and you did your thing. Just know anytime before you sing, always talk light. Don't give everybody just give them light. Don't talk just give them your head voice. Just talk light." I said, okay. Right. Got that part. Noted, right? I still go in and out of that thing, though, here and there, but I got it, though. And the second thing was when I was in Atlantic City, I did some background vocals with Shaka Khan and her daughter Malini. And yeah, it was really fun. And hey, Cindy Easler. She was only for a second. And so what happened was I went back there and I was adjusting something on my dress or whatever underneath. And it was my bra, underwire of the bra. So she said, baby, and it was a piece that was coming. She said, come here.
Uh-oh.
And I said, what happened? She said, honey, bend over. She said she took out the wire of the underwire of the bra from me. She said, you don't need that. That causes cancer in a lot of women because it constricts us. So we don't need to be wearing. So after that, really, I don't do too much underwires.
Oh, shit. So you brawl, but you like brawl less about the wire. You let the shit hang.
Well, I mean, they don't, no. I mean, they where they need to be, but I just showed the wire part is.
Listen, I ain't got no breasts, so I'm trying to figure out how the fuck that means.
Yeah, no, underwire is not really needed. That just,
okay.
Becomes, people. That's why people get cysts and things of that sort, and hair follicles get clogged because it's the pressure and things of that sort. So, yeah, we don't need underwire. So those are two important things that were.
Okay. Shit, those are legends. Shaka Khan and Patty them shit. Listen, hold on. I got a bad favorite genre of music.
R&B.
R&B? Okay. Your favorite place
and
to shop?
hip-hop. I gotta, because R&B and hip-hop.
Two?
Yeah.
Out of the one, which one would you pick? You got to pick one. Somebody put a gun in your head and they're going to pull the trigger. And the quote that you say, pull the trigger. What the fuck you say?
Well,
yeah, they did that, your quote, and they put the quote to your head. How would you pick?
All right, R&B.
R&B. I'm an R&B lover too. Right. Favorite place to shop?
For clothing?
For clothing. Yeah, for clothing or just to shop in general. Just, you see yourself going there more so than any place else.
I mean, I'm about to plug them. They better sponsor me after this.
You're going to tag them too. Who is it?
Yeah. I would say Fashion to Figure.
I never heard it. What's that one?
Well, you ain't going to hear it because it's only for women that are curvy. Hello. Yeah. Fashion to Figure. I will definitely do.
I'm going to DM me that. I'm going to plug them and put that shit in the frame and have everybody tag that shit to the fucking sponsorship. Right.
Hi, Billboard, baby.
What up? Your most favorable memory?
Oh, man. When I was first up on the scene, I was petrified. No, I'm kidding. No.
What up, man?
No. When so many, geez. But the main one was when I went to the Apollo and performed and won.
And that's a hard place to fucking win at, honestly.
Especially in the 90s.
What? Boy.
Listen, that was the hardest place. Now, I mean, people give them a little, right. But that was the hardest place.
And then, because I used to be on the TV screen like, boo, get the fuck off stage. Get him
exactly.
Out of here. Yo. So, yeah.
Hey, Maurice. Yeah, so it was more, yes, that was the most. I definitely, and yeah, that one.
Okay. Last one. Your favorite celebrity pick?
You talking about famous celebrity pick? Probably they didn't want me to answer that question.
You got the owner Instagram like, oh, press the button.
Famous celebrity to talk to, famous celebrity to work with, famous.
No. Your favorite celebrity picture, because you take a lot of pictures. So your favorite picture that you took with a celebrity, your favorite one.
You know what's so funny? They're all organic, so I can't really.
Listen, you gotta pick one. I ain't hear that shit. Pick one.
I would say Common.
And you know what? It's crazy. I had a feeling he's gonna pick Common. You know why? Because out of all the pictures, I think Common, and maybe Loaded Lux was probably the most you have, but Common, it was like watching your pictures. I felt like I'm like, yo, are they messing with each other? Cause they got so many. Jeez, Common got so many pictures. It's like, but the thing about watching your pictures, cause I tell you to go through. There's like all the pictures is you know sometimes you take pictures with people and it look uneasy. All the pictures you take, it look like it's so calm. Everybody happy, like go lucky. But like, hold up, Ms Rasheeda too close to Common. What's going on over there?
Don't start no rumors.
You know, too close. You know? But I had a feeling that you was gonna pick Common, so man, I be knowing. Right.
Common for the common answer, yeah, Common.
The common answer is Common. That's the common denominator.
Yep.
Exactly. All right, so now, last we winding down. So let's talk about. I went on your link tree and you got a lot of like clothes that prevents the radiation and health.
Get this for me. Mm-hmm.
Like we got like a health link on there. So tell us about those entities that you got going on as far as like the radiation clothing and stuff like that. Are these people that you work with, and or like what's the story behind those things over here?
Well, yeah, the links in my bio in the link tree. The first one is EMF.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Where is it? The EMF, which you could, this right here, EMF Harmony. This is what I let people know about this, and I actually have it on my phone that I'm talking to you on right now, which is it blocks the electromagnetic frequencies with the 5G. That is actually kind of course, killing folks.
Right.
Silently. So I support that, and I just tell people about it. So, you get 10% discount. If anything, I don't own anything in that company, but I just let people know because it's needed. And then their clothing, apparel called that's in there, lamb's clothing. And what happens is, especially for you men, you become infertile, sterile. When you're out there and the radiation is hitting your stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. And you want to wear boxers that are actually, that's why a lot of men, it's real.
That's not true. Shit.
And what happens is you want to, and on that link, you see, and you go to their website, you see a video of them putting an egg inside the microwave and getting scrambled with just regular underwear, with regular boxers, briefs. But you put it in with the fibers that protect you from the electromagnetic frequencies that are in the clothing. That helps to make sure that you are, fertile, well, it just, it don't scramble the egg. It comes out whole. So that means it does not, for the microwaves that hit it, like the radiation of the 5G, it won't affect you. So I tell people, get those things. It's very important. Yeah, so I'm all about that life.
I'm actually buying me a pair. I was looking on there. I was like, before I buy a pair, I got to talk to her about it first.
It's real. It's real. I'm waiting for my shirts now.
Right.
I just ordered, so they were back ordered. So, yeah. My client also is going to have some as well. He got 5 kids already, so we know he's all right. Indio champ.
Yeah,
but,
he's
yeah, he's fine. It's just now, to keep that going.
Right.
When he gets older, then because this 5G is definitely going to be cranked up, and there's a lot going on with this government. So, this will get a little sketchy if I start talking, and it happens all the time. I start talking the real deal, and the phone chick start going tick, 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 and it starts doing some craziness. But I mean, it is what it is. So, however I can, I'm always ahead of the curve, and the apparel / the EMF wristbands and pieces to put on your phone to block the radiation that works.
But all of that is on the website. The piece.
Right on my link tree. Boop boop boop. Just
I'm gonna definitely plug that because a lot of people, and in certain cases, you know, when you look at Instagram and stuff like that and social media, sometimes it heightens stuff. Sometimes you don't know what's real news and what's fake news, but you know, the 5G epidemic, so to speak, is real news. You know, because like you got to look at, you know, and I don't want to get too conscientious of people, but you got to
It's
look
okay.
at like why they pushing this agenda so much. You know, you look at these towers, and I always tell people, do your own research. Don't go by what you see on social media. Do your own research, because you're going to find what you seek if you do. I won't say do your proper research. I put it in that term. You know, you're going to find a thief. I'm really against that 5G shit. You know, because they get a 5G phone. Why? You know, why? I always think to myself, why are you pushing this on me? You know, like, just like when they talk about this COVID-19 shit and they want to get these vaccines, everybody should get a vaccine. Why are you pushing a vaccine on me? You know, what is your agenda for pushing this shit on me? So
Exactly.
I tell people, do your own research. You're going to have people that's going to be guinea pigs that don't care. It's going to go with the status quo and just do what they got to do. Good luck. You know,
and why open up Atlanta? Because y'all want to put the vaccine there first, huh? Oh, really?
And Atlanta's predominantly what? Blacks. Right.
Exactly.
So, you know, I just say, people, do your own research. Go out on your own risk. Do it on your own, but just do your research. Just be safe out here. Because COVID-19, 5G, all this shit is here to do something. It's here for a reason. It just wasn't something that came out of the blue. Nah, I don't believe that.
Exactly.
That was my conscientious shit for the day. I don't want to get to it.
5 years ago, they started putting up the towers.
Huh?
They started putting up towers and satellites from 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
If you ever see, you ever, I mean, when you're driving, you see them like, well, they working on poles and all these things, and you know, when things went down, and they can control the weather.
Yep, that HARP. You ever heard of HARP?
HARP.
HARP. Yep, HARP.
It sounds familiar. Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Look, Google's your friend. Google that shit. Google HARP. And it's crazy because somebody told me about that. And I was like, let me do my research. I did my research, my due diligent research. I was like, oh, like the government got a whole bunch of shit going on that we would never know, but it's out there, but it's for us to believe it or not. They just think that certain people are too naive to believe it. So they ain't gonna be that shit. But yeah, you gotta take heed. That's all.
And they said also, yes, the chemtrails and all, definitely chemtrails.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, stay inside so we don't see them doing other things outside. That's the only way to not see things, right? You know what I mean? And they're gonna push the agenda on, you know, we have to. And I posted it up. You have to wear a badge, it's a digital badge that you have that says, what does it say? It says that if you have antibodies of the COVID, or if you had it, and recovered, and also it's another one. If you had it, or you have the antibodies or something like that, or if you have it, you have to wear this badge because you can't fly or go in and out of anywhere.
I heard about that. Is that the joint that Bill Gates was trying to push, or was it the vaccine thing? I know I heard something about that. He's trying to push it, like you can't fly to certain places,
right,
unless you have a vaccine. So that badge coincides with that.
It's like you might as well put the thing that says, "Hello, my name is."
Right.
You walking around like
my
that.
Bank account information. I got 3 kids. Child support. Yeah, you want to fix that? You can have that.
All of that. In 8 months to purchase a real estate right now too. It's good to also build. Everybody should also be building up, and I want to start that as well. Having like this Black-owned agriculture thing where we can just, everybody that has a home, a house with land, front or back or both, that we can come together and start growing our own fruits and vegetables and nuts, all these things, because at the end of the day, cannot depend on stores where you're going to be pushed in, or if you can't come in the store if you're not vaccinated and all these other
Right.
things. We needed to start depending on ourselves.
Right.
And I think that we should get together, start the good old coalition on making
Right.
sure that our communities are, you know, are
No, it's
safe
crazy.
and are.
I was just talking to my wife about that. So I was like, cause she's a vegan. So, and then we talk about the whole stores and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, man, we should start growing our own shit. Like, we got a big ass backyard. Listen, let's talk. Bring just some shit in my backyard. I'm gonna charge mother lovers though. $3,000. You want to call it? $3,000.
No, what we gonna do? We don't, of course, for our people. No, we ain't gonna charge them.
I'm playing.
You so funny, but you know, but we'll be able to give people, you know, it's gonna go back to that barter, trade, all these things. So,
right.
You know, and I think that at the end of the day too, let's start also purchasing some gold. Mm-hmm. They're selling 2.5 grams right now that you can purchase. Mm-hmm. Just start buying little by little. Also, fix your credit while you got the time, while we all locked down.
All locked down, right.
Fix your credit. Just pay on whatever. Right. You know, they furloughed you or you don't have to pay the rent, or you can pay it late, down the line, late, or whatever, or you don't, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Take some of that money and put it into your credit. Fix it. It's not that much to fix. You can also call your credit card companies, let them know, hey, COVID-19 situation. What happens is they will, and you know, you say financial hardship. Those are the words you use. Right. I'm in a financial hardship. And then what they do is take off any late payments. Any late payment charges, and lower your interest rates right now. So this is the time to do it.
Right. I was telling people, I'm glad you said that, because I was telling a lot of people, you know, I be investing in everything, stocks, all type of shit. Well, yeah, you put my money in the shop. I'm telling people this is the perfect, for people like entrepreneurial spirit, this is the perfect time for us. Because I'm like, yo, things like, honestly, I haven't been better during this quarantine time. I'm like, yo, this shit is booming. You know, but for people that just rely, that's not like us, entrepreneurship, they're going through these hard times because they didn't put things in place to prepare for certain stuff. So I always tell people, man, financial independency, man, is very important. Like, you guys got to get into these things. I be giving people free game all the time. Like, yo, get an E-Trade account, get a stock trade account. I told my son wanted some shit for Christmas. I'm like, yo, son, you like Nike? Here, get some money, put in some Nike stock. So when Christmas came, he used his Nike money to get him some sneakers. You know, I'm telling people, do this type of stuff. This stuff is out here, but people don't, you'll tell them, they're like, oh, well, some people think you're too good, right? They're like, oh, I don't want to, you know. But this is free game that we are giving you guys. Use it. But
yes. But you know what? No, it's a fact. And even if you don't buy stock, buy some stock options, which actually could be a little better. And also you have S&P 500 stocks that you can put in. It could be like this $10 a month. Right. You know what I mean? You know, IRA accounts. But there's certain things, you can actually do that you don't have to put. People think, oh, I gotta have $1,000 to put in. No, not really. No. You got $10 stocks, you got penny stocks, you got all these things that you can actually put into. Or you have monthly stocks that are $10, $30 a month, stuff like that. That you can make money. I tell people all the time, because they have with stocks, they have these newsletters. Like, I'm signed up with this text newsletter, and they send me text with stock options, and a lot of them is penny stocks. So I'm like, you just imagine when a lot of these companies go public, they are there to the penny. You know, just imagine if you got into any of these things at the penny stock. So these stuff is free to sign up with. Go on there, look it up, and get these text alerts, and then open your accounts and stuff like that. But I just think that people want stuff handed to them a lot of times. They don't want to go out and do the work themselves. You know, they want somebody else to do it for them. So I blame social media a lot. It got people lazy. They don't want to do groundwork, boots to the ground type work no more. You know, but if y'all watching, boots to the ground, get this stuff done, please. And Rasheeda, I got a backyard. Give me some. I grow some crop back there. I'm not playing with you, okay? Listen, at the end of the day, we are gonna make it work. We're gonna pull it together. Like I said, I'm right now. Everybody who has backyard, front yard, we can pull this and make things work and have our own small, big, or it could be big, big community of growers. And I think, and I think that, it's time to get it totally. And then they're probably going to try to,
Can I grow weed back there too?
Of course you should be able to. CBD with a little THC gives a little TLC.
Yeah, TLC. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hey, okay, that was our educational lesson for you black folks and for all my other folks as well. Little education, all right? Shit, get on your shit. I'm gonna reference a whole lot of. You drop a whole lot of gems in this video. I'm gonna post the shit out this video.
Part 2, right?
Educate these more folks. So since we're on the topic of entrepreneurship, tell us about Infinite Skates. Tell us about that, because that's dope.
Oh, Infinite Skates roller rink and sports center that I'm looking to open and will open. It'll actually be with. It is going to go with the time, meaning, that of course the social distancing, but not only that, but the air has to be purified. So, in having venues like that, you have to have something set up in place to where it's beneficial for the employees, and also the skaters.
Okay.
The sports enthusiasts, if you want to call them as well. But they, it's about the filtration system. And the filtration system has to be planted inside of the rink, so then it can open. You can't open it up because you're blowing AC and it's real cold. No. First of all, this darn virus lives in the cold.
Damn sure does.
So the thing is to have a filtration system, a special filtration system that cleans the air at least from 96.9% to 99.9%. So then it, at least now you can have a certain amount of people. So say the roller skating rink, I opened that in 2021. You okay, babe? The 2021, then by then the system will be in place to where I normally would have 600 people, but now I'll have 250, 300 people. Just because you don't want it to be too, you know what I mean? And
that's right.
You don't want it to work against you. So, yeah, I mean, now just, it's just God just did something to make it even better. So I was looking to get, and Teddy Riley and Neo.
Teddy Riley.
Yes, them folks. We were talking about them actually being part of it as an investor.
That's dope. That's super dope. And while you saying all of this, the person name that was in my head was Akon. I'm like, yo, I'm looking at a modern day Akon right here. Like, just build a whole fucking city. Just build a whole new world. Listen, I want to be.
Listen.
Make sure you call me. Like, yo, Twan, I'm building this new world where it's nice, clean air. Sign me up. Where do I sign my life for? Be the first signer. They ain't got to tell me nothing.
Listen,
me and my family, we did.
You did?
Right?
Okay.
Shit. We on Rasheeda's arc. All right?
Listen. Hey, mama. Yeah, so I definitely think that that we should, like I said, it's about pulling it together, and it's about us saying, hey, you know what? Fed up. This government don't care about none of us.
Nah.
They only want the elite to live, and that's it.
Right.
Okay?
So don't be fooled, Atlanta. Please don't be fooled.
For real.
So, we winding down. I tell you, my shits be long. I'm sorry if I took a lot of
time. But hopefully my phone, I got a few minutes on the battery.
Me too. My shit came up. It was like, you got 20%. Like, shit. But then I tell you, I warned you. I was like, listen, I got a whole bunch of shit to ask you. I hope you come. I told you, I warned you. I didn't I warn you?
Oh my God.
All right. Last week question.
Okay.
All right. I got you that. All right. If you could give any advice to somebody that's starting out that want to get into your field, this is a two-part question. What advice would you give them? And the second part of the question is, by you transcending into your field, obviously you had to have a bump or a hurdle or something along the way. What advice can you give to that person to avoid any types of bumps or hurdles that you may have endured during this process?
Mine is the answer is real simple too. To get into the field, just whatever field you get into, just be just do all the research that you possibly can. Surround yourself with people that are doing it, that are successful in what they do. Ask them as many questions as you possibly can to see if it's really what you want to do too, so you know, okay, those are the things that could happen. Yeah, I can handle that. Okay, cool. I have thick skin. You want to do that. So the research, the due diligence actually, and just go with your gut. I mean, certain things are going to happen. Everything is not going to be 100% perfect.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's going to be nice that you do cry. It's going to be nice that you feel all alone, in whatever you're going to do. You know what I mean? You might feel like you're not getting the full support that you need, but you got to just keep going, because at the end of the day, all you got is you, honey.
All you got is you, honey.
Yeah.
I can't sing. Don't mind me. One more time, Ms Wallace, man. Let the people know where they can find you at on social media platforms. Before that, let's rewind. If there was one, I had to ask this, but if there was one client that you would want to work with, who would it be and why?
So really, dead or alive, or
Dead or alive? Dead or alive? Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't want to work with the dead because then I'll be.
No, I mean,
but if they
were, you was back in the time when they was alive and you would work with them, who would you? Yeah, that.
I would say Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, and why?
Michael, he was a special being.
Very much so.
Because there was much more to him than what we saw, and I felt like maybe I could have created something. Cause I'm one of those people. Like, I'll create something, and then somebody will say, "Yeah, let's do it," and it'll be something new. Like we could have did. Yeah, it could have been something.
You could have actually went to the moon, Mike. You could have actually moonwalked on the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how creative. Yes, exactly. Exactly. No, but it would be him because and why? Because it's just something about him was special. So I would say him, definitely.
All right. Rest in peace to the king of pop.
Rest in peace to the
music. Mike,
yeah.
I don't want to forget music. Forget pop, king of music. All
right.
Well, let's fast forward now. So, Ms Wallace, let people know one more time they can find you on social media platforms.
Yes. And just make sure if you want, follow me, DM me. Oh, you're welcome. It's a great word of advice. Thank you. And great word choice. But definitely, follow me. Anything, I'll follow you back. Hit me up if you got that land. Let's do it. Let's work.
I told you I got the backyard. Let's get busy. I'm gonna hit you up after this. Like, I'm gonna hit you up and I'm gonna talk to you about the other thing that I got going on.
With the other thing and the other thing. Okay.
Yeah, because I got a lot of shit going on, B. So I like to work with people that I feel we on the same wavelength. You know what I mean?
Got you. Let's do it.
Let's shrink it down. Hey,
yes.
I'm Ms Rasheeda Wallace, your boy C.O. Mcclain. I want to thank you one more time for doing this one-on-one with me. It was good. It was fun. I loved it. It was informative, insightful, delightful, all types of shit. Yeah.
And thank you.
All right, Ms Wallace, thank you for having me. Thank you for coming on the show, girl. I'm gonna
Bye, y'all.
All right. All right, y'all, so that was my girl, Ms Rasheeda Wallace. If y'all don't follow her on Instagram, make sure y'all follow her on Instagram right now. That is Rasheeda Wallace. Let me tell you, the girl is doing big, big things, as y'all have seen in the interview. Her head is on her shoulders. I just love this, and I love this young lady. She's doing a lot of great things, and make sure y'all follow her on all social media platforms, man. It's your boy, C.O. Mcclain. I want to thank y'all for going on a one-on-one with me, sitting down with me. Y'all could be any place in the world doing anything else, but y'all was here on live with me. I love you guys. It's your boy, C.O. Mcclain. NoAdvisory. You know what it is. Signing off. Bang.